Yes, this timer does not make me very happy as well, but no, the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC will not launch on December 31st, 2017, but earlier. We got an update on the official PlayStation website, so let's narrow it down. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and don't forget to hit that like button. During E3, Sony announced the first expansion for Horizon Zero Dawn called the Frozen Wilds with a 2017 release. Then later in the E3 2017 livestream, the managing director at Guerrilla Games, Herman Hulst, assured that we will totally see it this year.
It'll definitely be here this year. So in this calendar year 2017, and we'll have to pick a date for it.
Then he followed up by saying that they will share more details on the DLC in the coming months, so that also suggests that July or August is probably too soon, and that's correct, since if we go to the official PlayStation page for the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC, we see that it says fall 2017. Narrowing the 2017 window by a few months. Fall 2017 means that the DLC will launch in between September 22nd and December 21st. So yeah, the December 31st release date can be true. Of course, it was placeholder because they don't know a date, so they put December 31st like the last day of the year on there. But the timer with the freaking 184 days was still scary, but that's simply not true. So some of you can breathe normally now. We can easily, with this information, narrow it down by looking at other releases and important events like Black Friday. Black Friday is of course the biggest sales day in the US, where everyone will do their Christmas shopping and kill each other for the lost SNES Classic Edition probably. Anyway, you want to release your game, or in this case the DLC, before that because you want your item to be available for purchase when Black Friday happens. So meaning that the DLC will likely release before Friday, November 24th. Speaking of days, I think it's safe to assume that the DLC will hit on a Tuesday, and this is the regular update day for the PlayStation Store, and other PS4 exclusives that also got DLC saw it release on a Tuesday as well, like the Bloodborne Old Hunters DLC, the infamous First Light DLC, and the upcoming Uncharted 4 DLC, The Lost Legacy, will also release on August 22nd, which is also a Tuesday. I have to note though, they were all released in the US on a Tuesday and in Europe on a Wednesday, so it would suck if Europe would have to wait an extra day for the Frozen Wilds, but just like with the original release of Horizon Zero Dawn, it could be possible. So yeah, a Tuesday release and then a Europe release on Wednesday makes a lot of sense for the Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds DLC, already eliminating a ton of other options. So if we then look ahead at the possible weeks and a Tuesday release, we kind of see some weeks that make no sense. So one unwritten rule in video games is that you don't want to release your game or DLC in the same week as Call of Duty, because Activision has a millions and millions marketing budget for that game, so they will spend it on everything, so they will make sure that Call of Duty World War II is everywhere. You can't get in between that, so that's not really smart. A lot of people will also buy that game. So Call of Duty World War II is releasing just like every Call of Duty in the first week of November, already eliminating the October 31st release date, because that was the last Tuesday before the release of Call of Duty. So the week before that, I don't think that's a smart bet for Horizon DLC as well. We see Assassin's Creed Origins, Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, and Super Mario Odyssey all released on October 27th. So October 24th is also like a little bit too much, because yeah, you don't want to fight for eyes in that week, because a ton of publishers are going to do that. So that leaves 7 dates open for Tuesday releases in the fall 2017 that makes sense. And I'm gonna choose one, but first I think that while I would love to see the DLC in September, I think that that's not possible. So that leaves it with 3 dates in October and 3 dates in November, and I'm just going to guess one of the remaining dates, because why not? And I place my bet on October 3rd, 2017. So that's also the same date as Forza Motorsport 7 release, and I don't think that this is the main reason, but it's nice for Sony to say, yeah, we also have a shiny new thing that you can play right now on our console, while a lot of the gaming like industry is focused on the biggest Xbox exclusive, Forza Motorsport 7. But I also think that Sony just wants to space its content out. Of course, they have like NAC early September, they have Uncharted The Lost Legacy at the end of August. So then they have Destiny in September, that's a huge thing. FIFA coming out at the end of September, they also have something going on with that game. Then early October makes a lot of sense for the Horizon Zero Dawn DLC. The end of October will be really crowded with a ton of third-party games. And then in November they will probably put Gran Turismo Sport. They already wanted to put Gran Turismo Sport in the November and December period last year, but then the game was of course delayed, and the predecessors in the Gran Turismo series also launched around that time. So I think it's totally a safe bet. To have an early release for Horizon Zero Dawn makes sense. I think that Guerrilla Games can be done by then. They've been working on this DLC since the release of the game. I bet they even did production on the Frozen Wilds before the game came out. So I think October 1st, 2017 is the date for the Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds DLC. Of course, this is my prediction, nothing is announced yet, but I think that this is a solid pick. And while we're at it, why not do another prediction? I think we might see the Horizon Zero Dawn Game of the Year edition in November with Horizon Zero Dawn, the Deluxe Edition outfits, and the Frozen Wilds DLC for $50 or €50. Just like they did with Bloodborne as well when the Old Hunters DLC came out. They also made a Game of the Year edition. And right now the Frozen Wilds DLC is only available digital, while normally DLC for PS4 exclusives release on the disc as well, like First Light, the Uncharted Lost Legacy will also release on disc. And since the Frozen Wilds is not standalone, they will probably put it in a Game of the Year bundle, so they can still get the expansion in front of people that only buy physical games. I'm curious, when do you think the DLC will come out, and what do you think of my October 1st, 2017 prediction? Let me know in the comments down below. When the official date will be announced, I will let you know, so be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on everything Horizon Zero Dawn. Hit the like button to support the channel, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye.